The new FIFA rules that could change football forever. Imagine scoring the winning goal, but the referee doesn't celebrate. Instead, he changes the rule. And suddenly, football is never the same again. Every World Cup changes history. But this time, FIFA isn't just changing the tournament, it's changing football itself. Some fans have already noticed these new rules, most haven't. But by the end of this video, you'll understand why the next World Cup could feel completely different from every World Cup before it. Here's the first question. Are these new rules making football better or slowly changing the game we all love? Keep that question in your mind because the first rule shocked almost everyone. Rule 1, goalkeepers can no longer waste time. Imagine your team is winning 1-0. Only 1 minute remains. The goalkeeper catches the ball. Normally, he waits 5 seconds, 6 seconds, sometimes even longer. The crowd gets frustrated. The game slows down. FIFA finally decided enough was enough. Now goalkeepers can only hold the ball for 8 seconds. The referee even counts down the final 5 seconds with a visible hand signal. If the goalkeeper still refuses to release the ball, the other team gets a corner kick, not an indirect free kick, a corner. That creates a real attacking chance. The goal is simple, less time wasting, more football, more action. But here's the question, will this stop time wasting? Or will goalkeepers simply find a new way to waste time? Rule 2, only the captain can talk to the referee. Now imagine this, the referee blows the whistle. Within 2 seconds, 6 players surround him. Everyone is shouting. Everyone wants an explanation. We've all seen it. FIFA wants to stop it. That's why many competitions are now using the only the captain rule. If players disagree with a decision, only the team captain should approach the referee. The idea is simple. Less arguing, more respect, better communication. Rugby has used something similar for years. Now football is moving in the same direction. But here's another question. Will players actually follow this rule? Or will emotions still take over during big matches? Rule 3, VAR has more power than before. Most fans think VAR already checks everything. It doesn't. But now we're up to that. Its role is becoming even bigger. VAR can now help correct more clear mistakes in specific situations, including some incorrect second yellow card decisions and certain obvious corner decision errors where competitions choose to use the expanded protocol. The goal isn't to stop the game. The goal is to remove obvious mistakes before they change a match. Some fans love it. Others think football is becoming too dependent on technology. So here's the biggest question so far. How much technology should football really allow before the human side of the game disappears? Then something even bigger happened. The next rules didn't just affect referees. They affected every player on the pitch. And one of them could completely change how the World Cup is played. The first 3 rules were only the beginning. Because FIFA wasn't trying to change one part of football. It wanted to make the entire game faster, more exciting, more fair. And that's where the next rule comes in. Rule 4, Semi-Automated Offside Technology. Imagine this, a striker scores in the World Cup final. The stadium explodes, thousands celebrate, then everyone waits. Was it offside? Years ago, this decision could take several minutes. Fans became frustrated, players lost momentum. Now FIFA uses semi-automated offside technology. Special cameras track every player's movement. The system detects the exact moment the ball is played. It measures player positions with incredible accuracy. The referee still makes the final decision, but technology provides the evidence much faster. The goal is simple. Less waiting, more football. But here's the question. Should technology decide football, or should referees always have the final word? Rule 5, added time is more accurate. Now think back to older football matches. A player stayed down for 2 minutes. A substitution took another minute. Goal celebrations lasted even longer. Yet the referee only added 3 minutes. Fans always ask the same question. Where did the missing time go? FIFA changed that. Now referees calculate added time much more accurately. Celebrations, injuries, substitutions, VAR reviews, everything is included. That's why you've started seeing 10, 12, even 15 minutes of added time. The match doesn't become longer. It simply includes the time that was already lost. But here's another question. Would you rather watch 90 minutes or 90 minutes of actual football? Rule 6, player safety comes first. Football is faster than ever. Players run farther, sprint harder, and collisions are more dangerous. That's why FIFA continues introducing stronger concussion protocols. If a player suffers a suspected head injury, medical staff can enter immediately. The player's health comes before the match. No trophy, no title, no World Cup is more important than a player's brain. This rule isn't about entertainment, it's about protecting careers and sometimes saving lives. Now ask yourself something. If your favorite player suffered a serious head injury, would you want the game to continue immediately? Probably not. Rule 7, faster restarts. Here's something many fans don't notice. A huge amount of football is lost, not because of goals, not because of fouls, but because players delay restarts. Throw-ins take longer. Free kicks take longer. Goal kicks take longer. Every small delay slows the game. FIFA wants the ball back in play as quickly as possible. The faster football restarts, the more action fans get to watch. Simple, but very effective. And that's exactly what modern football is becoming. Faster, cleaner, more entertaining. But then FIFA introduced a change that divided football fans around the world. Some people loved it. Others hated it immediately. Because this final rule doesn't just change matches. It could completely change how future World Cups are remembered. So, after all these changes, what is FIFA actually trying to do? At first it looks simple. Make football faster, reduce arguments, stop time wasting, use better technology, protect players. But when you put all these rules together, you notice something much bigger. Football is becoming more controlled than ever before. Every second matters. Every decision is reviewed more carefully. Every mistake can now be analyzed from multiple camera angles. Some fans love that. They believe football is becoming fairer. Others disagree. They believe football is losing its natural emotion. So here's a question. Can football ever be completely fair? Think about it. Technology can measure offside by a few centimeters. It can help referees review difficult incidents. It can reduce obvious mistakes. But technology cannot measure courage. It cannot measure pressure. It cannot measure passion. Those things still belong to the players, and they always will. Now imagine the World Cup final. The score is level. Only a few minutes remain. The referee makes a huge decision. Today, that decision isn't made by one person alone. Referees, assistant referees, VAR officials, semi-automated technology. Every system works together. The goal is simple. Get the biggest decisions right, because one mistake can change football history forever. But here's another question. If technology keeps growing, where does it stop? Will AI help referees one day? Will every decision become automatic? Or should football always leave room for human judgment? Nobody knows. And that's exactly why these rule changes matter. They're not just changing today's matches. They're shaping the future of football. Every World Cup introduces something new. Some ideas disappear. Others become part of the game forever. Just think about VAR. Years ago, many fans hated it. Today, millions of people can't imagine football without it. The same thing could happen with today's new rules. Some may fail, some may succeed. But one thing is certain, football will never stop evolving because every generation wants the game to become faster, fairer, safer, and even more exciting. So let's go back to the question we asked at the beginning. Are FIFA's new rules making football better or changing it too much? Maybe the answer depends on what kind of football you want to watch. A faster game, a fairer game, or a game that stays exactly the way it has always been. Now it's your turn. Which new FIFA rule do you think will have the biggest impact on the next World Cup? The 8-second goalkeeper rule, semi-automated offside better added time, the captain only rule? Comment your answer below, because sometimes the biggest moments in football don't begin with a goal. They begin with a new rule.